umaga, magandang Go Negosyo umaga sa atin pong lahat at sa iyo, Apo Mike. Magandang umaga at kami po ay masaya uli na naghahandog ng isang Go Negosyo Summit na naman. Sa ngayong panahon na to, ito naman Agri-Negosyo Summit.
At itong kauna-unahan. Very historic.
Summit natin, Brother Mike. Parating meron lang tayo naimbitahan ng mga agri-negosyante.
Yes.
Pero ngayon, nag-dedicate tayo ng isang negosyo summit talaga for agriculture.
Focus on agriculture.
Bakit? Bakit? Kasi, na-realize natin ang ating bansa talagang it's an agricultural country.
Tama.
Sabi nga, 2/3, 2 out of 3 na lugar sa atin ay doon nakatira ang maraming mga tao at doon ang agricultural area.
Tama. Kita mo naman, seryo pa. Pagka ganun talaga,
2/3 ng mga tao doon nakatira sa agricultural area.
Yes.
Tapos pangalawa pa, about 40% ng ating ekonomiya, ibig sabihin yung mga pinoproduce, kasama na nung mga agri-processing.
Okay.
40% is accounted for or attributed to the agriculture sector.
Agriculture.
At ang employment, 60%.
Wow.
Employment.
Wow.
Nandun sa agriculture
Umiikot.
and agri-processing sector. So mas malawak, Hindi lamang yung pananim, kundi yung processing. So napakarami talagang mabibiyayaan. Sabi namin, pagka pinomote natin ang agriculture, talagang ang makikinabang na tao, inclusive growth, mas marami.
Yeah.
Kailangan na lang ay i-maximize yung potential na yun. Kaya nga, naghahandog tayo kasama ng mga ibang partners natin ng mga kaalaman, mga inspirasyon. Yung ngayong araw po, hinanda po namin ang mga iba-ibang topics para i-present ang ano-ano kayang mga magagandang negosyo sa agrikultura.
Over the 9 years, we basically believe that the only way to helping many of our Filipino brothers improve their life and move up away from poverty is to help create entrepreneurs. I know not many of you in this room will become entrepreneurs. But what is important is we start to inspire you so that you can set a direction in your life as to what you want to be when you graduate from college. Today, we will honor 15 inspiring agripreneurs. When we thought of having this event, an Agri Summit, we thought that not many would be interested in agribusiness. When you talk about agribusiness, you talk about the farmer, the poor fisherman out there. But we want to change that mindset, that agriculture is not just for the poor farmer or the poor fisherman. There is a way to move up the chain. And many of our 15 entrepreneurs that will be awarded and recognized today have their own success stories. And many of you can look at them as a role model and envision yourselves as maybe wanting to be one of them one of these days. I am surprised at the attendance today. We only expected 2,000 people. And today, I'm told that we will hit close to 7,000. One of the biggest events that we will have ever done. Congratulations to all the schools. The entrepreneurs are here today who want to learn that agri-business is not just for the poor, that you can create wealth and become wealthy as an agri-entrepreneur. It's time that we change the way we do things in agri. And many of our entrepreneurs will show you that way.
But how do we secure our farmers? How do we up their incomes? The area that has to be given emphasis is how do we make agri-enterprises successful? But how do we secure our farmers? How do we up their incomes? The area that has to be given emphasis is how do we make agri-enterprises successful. Farmers today, average age 57 years old. Average educational attainment, grade 4. Average income, 23,000 pesos. Hindi a month, 23,000 pesos sa isang taon. Kung ganun lang ang sitwasyon ng ating mga magsasaka, hindi magkaroon ng skills para umunlad ang kanilang pagsasaka sa pamamagitan ng agribusiness, ibig sabihin, marunong na ho silang pag-value adding. Ano ibig sabihin ng value adding? Alam nyo ba, ang buko, pag binili po sa magsasaka, as low as 3 pesos to as high as 10 pesos isang buko. Pero pag dumating na ho dito sa Maynila, bibilin po ng mga restaurant, 25 pesos na po. Mula ho dun sa Cavite, o kaya sa Batangas na 3 piso, isang oras kalahati lang, pag nabenta na po rito, 25 pesos na. Pag binenta naman ng restaurant, meron ho, 80, 90 pesos isang buko pag in-order po. Pero sino ang kumikita nung 90 pesos? Yung magsasaka ba? Hindi po. Kaya ho, kinakailangan, para ho maging secure ang ating farmers, yung mga agri-entrepreneurs, kinakailangan pong pumasok para mabigyan ng suporta ang ating mga magsasaka, para maging maganda ang kanilang patakbo ng kanilang mga sakahan, para tumaas ang kanilang kita. Farming and agriculture does not have to be subsistence. If we are in fact to move towards developed nation status, tulad po ng Taiwan, South Korea, Thailand, Malaysia, hindi ho tayo aabot sa kanilang antas ng development kung hindi ho tayo mamumuhunan sa agrikultura. For us to be able to move up, become competitive, we have to invest in agriculture, and the way to go is to move from merely agriculture, strengthen agriculture enterprise. Farming does not have to be a vow of poverty. Farming can in fact, if properly supported, if there is enough support, if there is enough entrepreneurs making it work, farming can actually be profitable. The weakest link in agri-enterprise is the farmer. Therefore, we have to provide support for our farmers if agri-enterprise is to become a successful engine of growth for our country. Pag masigla na ang agriculture economy natin, dun po natin hindi lamang tatapatan ang Thailand, ang Malaysia, ang South Korea, malalampasan pa natin sila. So this activity today is critical for us to be able to move our nation towards developed nation status. I congratulate Go Negosyo. Magandang umaga po sa kanilang lahat.
So much so that kahit sa taunang OFW and Family Summit tuwing Nobyembre, na nabanggit ko kanina, isinama na rin namin ang agribusiness sa aming mga highlights. Alam ko kasi na marami sa ating mga OFWs ay nakatira sa labas ng Metro Manila o sa mga probinsya. Kaya angkop sa kanila ang agribusiness. With a small capital and some plot of land in their backyard, they can start an agribusiness or become an agri-entrepreneur. We should really join efforts in changing mindsets, equipping entrepreneurial-minded people with concepts, tools, and strategies to excel and succeed in pursuing agribusiness opportunities, particularly the youth. We need to encourage and entice them to be agri-entrepreneurs. Ang mga kabataan po ang pag-asa ng bayan at iyan din, mga kabataan na yan, ang pag-asa ng agriculture. Alam nyo, pag nagtanim kayo ng vegetable, minsan 3 linggo lang aani kayo. Kaya yung mga natamaan ng bagyo, napaka-importante po na magkaroon sila ng vegetable garden. Sinasabi ko lang sa kanila na lakihan nila yung plot nila, lagyan nila ng maraming klaseng vegetable para kahit araw-araw nila kainin yung vegetable, basta iba-iba naman ang klase, ay hindi sila magsasawa. Ang mga backyard farms or vegetable garden na ito ay karaniwan magiging simula ng agribusiness ng marami nating kababayan. At napaka-importante rin sa ekonomiya at food security ng bansa ang mga tinatawag na mga family farmers. Our country's agriculture sector, particularly the Filipino farmers and fisher folks, needs all the support that we can give them. As most of you are aware of, my advocacy is poverty alleviation through job generation and livelihood generation. At maraming hanap buhay na alam kong makikreate sa agriculture sector. Lalo na kung mas dadami ang mga agribusiness sa ating bansa. I really believe that the agriculture sector will be able to generate more revenues for the Philippines if it will be backed by adequate budget and effective programs. We need to help Filipino farmers and agricultural workers to be more productive and globally competitive. Ang pagpapaunlad ng sektor pang-agrikultura ay susi para masolusyonan ang kahirapan sa bansa. Ibabalik natin ang iba yung suporta sa sektor ng agrikultura. Dapat maramdaman muli ng mga magsasaka, mga mangingisda at ng kanilang mga pamilya ang kaginhawahan.
This year, Go Negosyo wishes to recognize inspiring and outstanding agripreneurs in the various fields of agriculture. Carefully selected and pulled together, these agripreneurs planted seeds of inspiration and created and etched positive impact to the community. With Go Negosyo's aim to encourage future and present farmers to think like entrepreneurs and uplift their standard of living, this year we are recognizing the Go Negosyo Most Inspiring Agripreneurs 2014.
Ang unang tatawagin po natin ay mula sa Rizal Dairy Farms, Antonio and Jacqueline Aleje. Rizal Dairy Farms, palakpakan po natin.
And as we call our awardee, we'd also like to invite no other than Ms. Kat Luna Abelarde of PLDT SME Nation to please join us. Ayan, our very beautiful Ms. Kat Luna Abelarde.
Yes, our partner from the PLDT SME Nation. Okay, ayan po. Congratulations again, Antonio and Jacqueline Aleje, Rizal Dairy Farms. Our next awardee is none other from La Frutera. We would like to call on La Frutera, Mr. Sinen Bacani.
Hanap ninyo ay isang kasosyo. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go negosyo!
Also to join us here on stage, galing po sa sikat na sikat, Harvest po! No other than Mr. Arsenio Barcelona!
To be received.
To be received.
Tama pala. Okay,
Mr. Arsenio Barcelona.
Ay, oo nga. Meron palang representative na nag-receive kay Mr. Arsenio Barcelona. Yan yung daughter niya. Ayan po. Round of applause for Harvest. And at this point, he would like to award the maker of Golden Bean Feeds and Agri-Generics from Kalata Corporation, the CEO and President, Joseph Kalata.
Nako, raming fans. Kilalang kilala po yan as one of the youngest.
Thank you, Sir Joseph, for the renewal of my contract. Ito, kilalang kilala rin. Bumibili rin tayo nito.
No other than Tennyson Chen from Bounty
To
Fresh.
be received by Glenn. Nandiyan na po. Okay, so andito na po si Sir Tennyson Chen. Ayan.
Kilalang kilala yan pag pumupunta sa supermarket.
Yes,
Nako.
Bounty Fresh.
Oy, ang favorite ko dyan, honey garlic chicken. O alam ko, pag pumupunta ako, yun yung kinukuha ko eh. Buo yun.
Ang tatawagin po natin mula po sa Costales, Mr. Ronald Costales.
He has pursued the vision of becoming the showplace for organic agriculture through Costales Nature Farms. He magnificently integrated agriculture and tourism together, incorporating aesthetic values and attractions to the rich and vast farmland. Congratulations, Mr. Ronald Costales. Our next awardee is no other than Mr. Danilo Fausto, for recognizing and giving value to the Filipino farmers' partner, the Carabao, not only as flowers of the fields, but also as natural sources of nutrition for Filipinos. Through DVF Dairy Farms, he has set standards of producing high-quality milk, cheese and dairy products, and carries on a pioneering strategy that provides profitability and livelihood to farmers. Ang ating next awardee is Mr. Jeffrey Lim for conveying his genuine love for animals through GSG Goat Farm, a soaring and unique agri-venture recognized as one of the leading producers of goat dairy products in the region. Naku, sumisikat na rin yan. Under his leadership, JSG is championed as the first accredited goat farm in the province of Tarlac for being equipped with precise technology, strategy, and skills. Ayan din ang kagandahan po ng agrikultura, hindi lang kayo nakakatulong sa turismo, pati kung nasaan kayo sa bayan ninyo, katulad yan sa Tarlac. Mr. Henry Lim Bonleong.
For his vision of a self-sufficient rice industry in the Philippines, his leadership is in SL Agritech Corporation has led to the harvest of the Philippine hybrid rice, an innovation that continues to revolutionize the production and sustainability of the Filipino staple food. SL Agritech's groundbreaking work has been significantly helping in the profitability, modernization, and success of the farming in the Philippines and other Asian countries.
Congratulations, Mr. Henry Lim Bonleong. Also, one of our awardees this morning, no other than Neil Molina, Mr. Neil D. Molina, for serving as an inspiration to countless of Filipinos, especially po mga OFWs, through his hard work and innate passion for agriculture. His story of success comes from his perseverance and commitment to learning. His wisdom and values as an agripreneur has changed his life from a farm worker to a farm owner. Ibang klase. Nako, usong-usong ngayon ang organic. Kaya naman ang susunod na tawagin ko, sikat po siya dito, no other than Miss Arestina Morados Papillon. Ayon. Pag kayo po'y nagsha-shopping ng manok at gusto nyo organic, siya po ang kilalang-kilala dyan.
Pagdating sa organic, yes.
Oo. For unwavering dedication for quality production of naturally grown free-range poultry, featuring a product roster with optimum flavor, Pamora Farm employs and promotes French agriculture techniques and strategies in the Philippines. Congratulations po, Miss Arestina Morados Papillon. All right.
At ang susunod po nating awardan ay walang iba kundi si Mr. Maximo Rico Hermoso for pioneering the production of seaweed cultivation in the country and transforming it into a high-value product. His leadership in MCPI, Caraginan Corporation, has led to the recognition of their superior Caraginan for the world market. MCPI is also committed to providing local fisher folks with an alternative livelihood and supplementary sources of income. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Maximo Rico Hermoso.
We also have with us as an awardee, Mr. and Mrs. Martin and Pilamar Ozaita. Congratulations for being our awardee this morning here at Go Negosyo, Agri-Negosyo, for laying the foundations of a highly sustainable poultry venture through perseverance, determination, and fortitude. Their partnership has driven Gemsum Marketing to meet the demand and deliver farm-fresh eggs to main distribution points and prime markets in Metro Manila and South Luzon. The success of the business has led the town of San Jose, Batangas to be established as the egg basket of Luzon. Green Earth Heritage. To receive the award, let's all welcome the Executive Director, Dr. Mylene Mati, here with us for transforming and bequeathed land into seeds of a better life for Filipino farmers. Green Earth Heritage Foundation liberally shares the blessings of the earth to the farmer beneficiaries through equitable opportunities for growth, vested with certification and awards for their organic products in the country and pati na rin po abroad. Congratulations po to Green Earth Heritage. Another one of our awardees this morning. Ako, how can I miss out? Green na green ang suot. Bagay na bagay sa ating awardee ngayon. From the Philippine Biocar Corporation to receive the award is their Executive Director, no other than Miss Anita Celdran. Palakpakan po natin siya for converting agricultural waste into a revolutionary product that has helped farmers increase productivity and profitability. Yun yung sinasabi. From waste, may pera ha?
Tama.
May pera. Armed with a vision of propagating the use of biochar in rice farming, the Philippine Biochar Association works towards ending the practice of burning rice hulls and rice straw. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all recognize our Go Negosyo Agri-Negosyo awardees.
Yes!
That's why it's important to have a very, very clear vision where you want to go. 20 years, 50 years, ito yung gusto mong gawin. You want to do agri-enterprise, you have to really follow that vision. Magdilim man at magliwanag, bumagyo at humangin, doon ka pa rin.
As Mr. Go Negosyo himself, Joey Concepcion says the Philippines is a goldmine of opportunities. Now, let us all do our part and dig our agricultural treasures. Welcome to the first Go Negosyo Agri-Negosyo Summit.
That's why it's important to have a very, very clear vision where you want to go. 20 years, 50 years, ito yung gusto mong gawin. You want to do agri-enterprise, you have to really follow that vision. Magdilim man at magliwanag, bumagyo at humangin, doon ka pa rin. And in order to do that, you need to have passion. At dadagdagan ko yung not only love, it's devotion. It's a lifetime commitment. Whether anumang mangyari, talagang you're always committed and you're always devoted because you're passionate.
I think isa sa objectives ng Agri-Summit ito, para ipakita, iparamdam sa ating mga kabataan din that there is really a future in agriculture, agri-negosyo. Because unless the young people see that there's a future, there's a possible career in agriculture, hindi sila pupunta ron eh. I think that's one of the goals here. And I think with a few examples na nakikita, maraming kaso pa all over the Philippines. Kaya lang, na-associate kasi yung agriculture sa kahirapan eh. Kanya yan ang problema natin. Part of it is a communication problem. Part of it is real. Na talagang mahina yung kita. I think on a macro basis, kailangan mapalitan eh, because we always talk of inclusive growth. We always talk of building an inclusive society. Magbobolahan lang tayo unless we attack agriculture.
I don't know if you know Deng Xiaoping. Deng Xiaoping said, we should be a rich communist. We should not be a poor communist. What I would say is that we should be a rich farmer. Farmers are not poor anymore. We can be very rich farmers. 15 years ago, there's no poultry cool cell farm. These are environmentally controlled house. Today, because of our drive, more and more of our farmers are converting their poultry house into environmentally controlled house. This drive cannot stop. You continuously have to innovate and do it. We need you young people to come into our industry to make this happen. So please don't go abroad. Stay with us. We'll pay you well.
It's been inspiring for me to hear the stories on the stage today. And I think one thing comes through clearly for me. And money can be made from agriculture. It could be in dried mangoes. It could be in Carabao milk. It could be in feed or poultry. There is a solution there, and the solution is for those of you that can identify what people will pay for. Because ultimately, to make money from agriculture, you have to find something that the market wants. You know, in New Zealand, a lot of people know that there are more sheep than people. But there are half as many sheep today as there were when I was a young boy growing up. One of the reasons is that many farmers decided they could make more money from other forms of farming than they could from sheep. We still have 40 million sheep in New Zealand, 4 million people. Sheep farming was the main form of income in the rural area. Now, when you fly over Marlborough, you see green grapes. People changed from farming sheep to growing grapes to make wine, and they did it because it was more profitable. No one would have imagined that 30 years ago. So really, this is the entrepreneurial approach. It's the business approach to agriculture. It can happen in New Zealand and it can happen in the Philippines.
Para sa akin, ang kailangan ay you be able to spot the opportunity kung saan walang gumagawa at yung kokonti ang gumagawa. You do not have to start big. Tama itong ginawa nyo. You attend Agri-Summit, you read newspapers, you listen and read books, and then you will be able to identify saan ba ako pwede. And start something. Start your travel. You cannot reach your destination if you do not start your travel now. Umpisahan mo, bumili ka ng isang baboy o magtanim ka ng isang puno ng ampalaya doon sa likod ng bahay nyo o mag-alaga ka ng manok. And you will learn and you will be able to identify as student saan ba talaga ako pwede. You will be able to identify your opportunities and love it and be able to learn more. Aral ka ng aral. Hanggang ngayon, nag-aaral pa kami.
Kayo lahat dito, no? If you want to go business, agriculture, baka nakita mo, uy, pag sa dried mango, malakas ang kalaban ko, may competition. Pag sa poultry, nandiyan ang Bounty Fresh, may competition. Pag sa rice, kung anong competition. But you know, for me, when you should have a mindset, do not be afraid of competition. If there's one senator who said that she eats death threats for breakfast, Sterling Paper Group, we eat competition for breakfast. Actually, we pray for the survival for competitors so that we have a chance to show our superiority. That's why with competition, the next thing is innovation. Also try to look for your own competitive advantage. That's why innovation, passion, focus, and do not be afraid of competition.
Okay, dalawa lang po. If it's easy, don't go there. If it's easy, don't ever do it. Pangalawa po, ay nanood ako ng sine, may trailer ng Hercules. Tinanong ho siya nung asawa niya, where are you going? Ang sagot po ni Hercules is to do something foolish. Thank you.
Everybody have said what I want to say.
Yun yung mahirap pag nasa dulo eh. Pero no pressure, sir. Give us something different. Walang pressure.
But I think if you want to be a boss, you go agri-negosyo. Because you will love it and you will really see your passion for it. And I'll guarantee you it will be a challenging and very adventurous life.
Nagiging idols na rin natin ang ating mga ka-agri-negosyo. Something to look up to as well, di ba?
Kasi maganda yung mga kwentong narinig natin, no, na hindi sila lahat nagsimula sa malaki agad. Marami sa kanila nagsimula sa maliit na ideya. Marami mga tumuligsa, gaya ng sinabi. Pero ayan po, nakita po natin, sila ay nandito kasama natin sila dahil naging matagumpay sila sa piniling negosyo. And it makes common sense, di ba? I mean, ang Pilipinas, ang daming lupa.
Correct.
Di ba? Kanina, binanggit nga yung pwede magtanim sa mga dagat.
That's right.
Diba?
Kaya ito po, nais kong ibahagi sa inyo isang awit na sinulat ko. Ito po ay tungkol po sa adhikain natin ng self-sufficiency sa ating bansa. Rice self-sufficiency. Kay gandang
pagmasdan, mga gininto ang palayan sa buong kapuluan, sa mga malalawak na sakahan, sumasayaw pa sa hangin. Tulong-tulong nating abutin ang matagal na nating mithiin.
Gusto namin mapakita na kaya namin mag-grow ng mga bagay na hindi naman talaga tumutubo sa Philippines. So, napili namin Rosa. And then after a long time, na naisip namin na I think we thought na yung best venue na magbenta is yung internet. So
Anong year po yun? Pumasok kayo sa internet business sa pagbebenta ng bulaklak?
Gusto namin mapakita na kaya namin mag-grow ng mga bagay na hindi naman talaga tumutubo sa Philippines. So, napili namin Rosas. And then after a long time, na naisip namin na I think we thought na yung best venue na magbenta is yung internet. So
Anong year po yun? Nung pumasok kayo sa internet business sa pagbebenta ng bulaklak?
2000.
2000? Ano na ngayon? 2014?
Hindi,
pero
I think bago ang
internet
yun. Bagong-bago.
Were you coming in as one of the first two players here sa Philippines
Yeah,
po? Sa
we were
Philippines?
one of the maybe first 2 or 3. Tapos mga kasama namin, mga malalaki, mga Ayala. Iniisip namin ang iniisip ko talaga nung umpisa is local. Kaya yung presyo namin, we priced it para sa local na market. Even until today. Kasi ang iniisip namin is yung mga OFWs natin, hindi naman kailangan na dumaan pa sila sa middleman para magmahal yung mga pinadadala nila.
Earlier on, sir, no, may nagtanong kasi, paano ako papasok dyan sa agriculture at i-combine ang technology? O ayan, isang very solid example. Okay.
Tama. Ang kainaman kasi dito sa agri, pagkain nga itong ating gagawin. Sabi nga, hanggang dumadami ang tao ay kailangan ng pagkain. Kaya lang, kailangan na lang nating alamin saan ba natin mga pwedeng dalhin, ano ba yung mga pwede sa produkto natin. Ako nga, sabi ko nga po, sa farming, hindi ko aakalain na papasok ko sa farm tourism. Kumbaga, nagtanim ako, nagbebenta ako ng vegetable hanggang sa hinanap na rin yung seedlings, hanggang sa maraming nagpupunta, nagtuturo ako ngayon. So kumbaga, ang dami pong opportunities. Ganon din po sa lahat po sa pumasok sa agriculture, ang dami pong opportunities. At ito po yung isa sa pamamaraan na maaari nyo, pumabuksan po kayo sa ganito po.
Since mahilig kayo mag-Facebook, no? I'm sure lahat kayo dyan nagche-check ng Facebook nyo ngayon. Imbis ho na kung sino-sino yung tinitignan nyo, i-friend, ganyan, tignan nyo yung mga organic, mga ganyan, eco-store, i-like nyo, ganyan, eco-market, mga ganon, para makita nyo rin ano yung ginagawa ng mga kumpanya, para matututo kayo. Kasi doon rin nilalagay yung mga leksyon, mga karanasan. So, kung nagpe-Facebook rin lang, hindi natin inaalis yun, gawin na natin siyang learning experience.
Agribusiness, remember, hindi araw-araw piyesta. Okay, so in this business, you have to plan 1 year. That's the minimum. Because if you don't plan 1 year, kasi per season, may bagyo, wala ka na. So, resiliency. And last is, may maraming opportunity nga sa agri. Like kanina, sinabi mo, tanim ng sili. Kung hindi mo benta, gawin powder, gawin ganun. Ang daming pwedeng creative innovation na isipin. And last, in this business, winner never quit and quitter never win.
Sa agri po, hindi tayo basta dapat sumusuko. Dapat laban lang ng laban. Kasi darating din yung panahon na magsasucceed din kayo. At hindi lang po kasi laging dapat yung tubo ang iisipin natin. Dapat unahin muna natin na i-establish muna natin yung tiwala ng tao. Kasi once na nandyan na yung tiwala ng tao, hahanapin na nila yung produkto nyo. So that's the time na babalik na sa inyo yung itinanim nyo. Kaya nga 'di ba, farmer? So, magtanim muna tayo, mag-invest muna tayo bago tayo umani.
My experience hasn't been easy being in the business, and I think many people that have that experience. So the only thing I would say is, if you're going to go into business, you'll spend a lot of time. And if you're going to do something like this, choose something you like. Don't be spending your time doing something you don't like. You have to like what you're doing, and it'll keep you going. Besides, will it make money? May market ba ito? You really have to look into yourself. I'm going to spend most of my time doing this. Do I want to spend most of my life, almost all my waking hour, doing this? And that's one question you really have to ask yourself. Will you spend so much time doing this, and will you enjoy doing it? And if you enjoy doing it, parang it's not like working.
Nung nasa Bicol University ako, nag-survey ako sa lahat ng mga parents ng estudyante ko. Do you want your child to be a farmer? Only 1.25% said na gusto nilang maging farmer yung anak nila. So, from the very start, ayaw nilang i-educate yung mga bata sa farming kahit na farmer sila. So, ang depekto sa agrikultura natin is hindi educated yung mga tao sa pag-farm. If they were educated, tulad ng Japan, 1 hektarya ng lupa, may 2 kotse, may isang service, tapos they're one of the richest working class sa Japan. Maraming nagsasucceed sa farming. You just have to love it.
Sa Department of Agriculture, in-encourage po namin kayong magtanim ng sariling gulay sa inyong bakuran. Simple lang po. Nagtuturo po kami kung paano magtanim, and sinasabi po namin na having your backyard garden is simply like you have a living refrigerator in your backyard. Dahil every now and then na kayo ay mag-harvest, press from the garden, diretso sa kusina. So sigurado tayo na press yung ating kakainin.
Sa mga estudyante na nandito, siguro pag uwi ninyo mamaya, baka biglang, mag-take na lang ako ng agriculture course. Nako, baka talagang dadami yung mga future farmers natin. Medyo sum up ko lang po yung mga sinabi ng mga kasamahan natin na nauna. Yung resiliency. So very important ngayon. With the help of the social media, Facebook, sabi nga ni Chit, Twitter, internet, use the internet to gather more information. May mga seminars na pwede tayong puntahan for organic farming. So yaan, i-take din natin yung mga opportunity to learn, to start to learn. And then, marami na rin mga farm ngayon na nagpapabisita, yung mga ecotourism. Take it as an opportunity to learn. And then, I'm pretty sure na kapag kayo na yung may farm, marami na kayong knowledge. Sigurado ko yan. Yung mga tinake namin na mga 10 years, 14 years na pinag-aaralan namin, konti na lang yung aaralin ninyo. So, para sa akin po, itong Go Negosyo Agripreneurship na ito ay napaka-importante na oportunidad para din sa amin na mga, sabihin nating successful dahil nandito kami, no? Para makapag-share ng aming mga experiences and encourage more young people, and even yung mga retiree po. Well, it's never too late to go into farming. Thank you.
Lagi po nilang naririnig nyo, sinasabi nilang agriculture is a backbone of the economy in the country, no? So siguro po ito nangyayari before, and yet now, hindi na, no? Kasi nangyari po, ang average farmers natin, nabanggit ng mga ating mga kasamahan, 57, 58. Alam naman po natin, ang tao, lalo na kung may katandaan na, mahirap ng turuan. So sana po itong mga ngayon mas kabataan, meron na po tayong mga internet, and ang pinakamaganda dyan is sabi nga nila, ang farming dati kumikita, ngayon hindi na. Kasi po, ang mga technology natin napag-iwanan na. So tulad po sa amin, we're doing the goat farming. It's a sunrise industry right now. Ang problem po nito before is lahat na nagkakambing hindi rin kumikita na. But now with the new technologies, when you put science into what you're doing, especially in agriculture, which we are way behind from other countries, dito po natin makikita na
ang bilis lang palang kumita sa agriculture kapag nilagyan mo ito ng science and new technologies.
Don't work for other people. Don't be an employee. Work for yourself. Go into agribusiness. Thank you.
I learned a saying, Tess. If you plan for a year, grow rice. Kaya tayo lahat rice lang eh. If you plan for a decade, grow trees. But if you plan for a century, grow men. Learned a saying, says, if you plan for a year, grow rice. Kaya tayo lahat rice lang eh. If you plan for a decade, grow trees. But if you plan for a century, grow men. That's why I'm in education, I'm growing men.
We really have to do some cultural revolution kasi it's a mindset eh. But in the end, I guess the creating a climate for entrepreneurship ay trabaho po ng lahat yan, hindi lang ng enablers. So hopefully magtulungan tayo and there's still more work to do.
Kung walang science, ang labas niyan sayang. Hindi pwede tayo maging sayang nation. Okay? Kasi matagal na tayong sayang nation. Sayang no yung Pilipinas. Hindi. Maging science nation na tayo. Okay? The thing I am most proud of in my life, 36 na po ako. Okay? In 10 years of our business, we created 3,500 jobs. 3,500 jobs. That's like making almost a little less than 100 jobs per year that I've been alive. That is more important to me than the money that I've made. All I want to say to the young people here is, you can have a full and fulfilling life here in the Philippines. Hindi nyo na po kailangan umalis pa. Diba? Basta mag-agri-negosyo tayo.
Ito kasi nagiging trend ngayon. We are all the enablers here. But the historical fact is actually interest in agriculture is declining. Even the students that are enrolling in agriculture is declining. The problem is, hindi natin napapakita kung paano kumikita ang isang farmer. No? For the longest time, the Department of Agriculture has been focusing on productivity. So the success of a farmer is kung gaano karami yung na-produce niya, gaano kalaki yung kanyang produce, but it's not that, it's not really the factor of success. The success is how much, magkano ba ang kinita mo sa inyong ani. And this is a paradigm shift that we are wanting to give. And I really thank Go Negosyo for this avenue. In agriculture, dito ka nga lang makakita ng business that you can have returns 100-fold, 200-fold, 300-fold. The only important thing is you have to be resilient, you have to be disciplined, you have to educate yourself to get the right technology. And yung sinasabi ni Sir, it can happen to us.
Doc Melvin.
A science nation meeting global challenges. Marami rin po kaming mga technologies that you can learn how to earn from. And beyond that, DOST also has some money for financing, hindi lang kagaya ng DBP, kalaki, we have what is known for students. Pay attention, yung sinasabi naming DOTBED. This is the DOST Academe, Technology-Based Enterprise Development Fund. So if your students, through your schools, your universities, you can apply for this fund if you are going to start up a business na technology-based. The second one is what we call SETUP, SETUP, which is Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Project. Again, this one will have to be anchored on some important technology na kailangan para mag-succeed yung business niyo. You can also apply to us through our DOST regional offices. Marami pong mga pundo na available kami, especially during this part of the year.
Ang Agricultural Training Institute sa Department of Agriculture ay siyang nagtuturo sa ating mga extension workers, sa ating mga local government agriculturists, sa ating mga magsasaka. At yun nga, sinasabi ni Dr. Gayo, mahirap tayong matuto kung nandyan lang tayo sa classroom. Kaya ang training namin sa Agricultural Training Institute, hands-on sa field. At mahirap magturo yung walang eksperyensya. Kaya karamihang nagtuturo sa amin ngayon, sa level ng farmers, ay mga farmer leaders mismo na engaged talaga. So, ini-emphasize natin yung, lalo na pag-organic tayo, yung integrated farming system. In fact, sa palayan, meron tayong tinatawag na palayamanan. Hindi lang palay dapat ang nandyan sa rice field. Pwede tayong mag-isdaan, pwede tayong mag-duck racing dyan. So dami nating teknolohiya na pwede nating ikumbina. At itong mga teknolohiya na ito, matagal na ito, born out of research and studies ito sa mga scientists natin. Sabi natin, life begins at 40. Pero sabi ko, life begins every time we move out of our comfort zones.
Sabi ni Jose Rizal, the youth is the hope of the fatherland. Sabi ni Joey Concepcion, ang bagong Jose Rizal natin ngayon, agriculture is the hope of the fatherland. Fatherland pareho, pero youth and agriculture, yan dalawa dapat magsama. Kayo po dito, youth. Kayo po dito ay blessed with education. The farms, 57 years old, hindi na youth. At grade 4, hindi na educated. Dapat na kayo doon. Kasi ang maganda dito, umpisahin nyo. Sabi nga ng bagong aktivista natin na si Maui, yan ang kailangan natin aktivista. Palakpakan po natin yan. Yan ang new activist for the country. People like her. You start small and see. And when you start and it grows, then you can grow. Kaya ayaw kayong umalis kayo dito at sabihin nyo, after I graduate, gusto ko 1 week and 1 day from day, Saturday 9 o'clock, it's a date. And let us do it. And after we do it, we'll see that Maui said, correct, if you believe, it will grow. So,
you have a partner in DBP. Kung kailangan nyo paglaguin ang inyong negosyo, please feel free to get in touch with us and we will be able to find a way to try to help you in the financing side. No? DBP, bangko sa pagpapaunlad ng Pilipinas. Pwede ring tandaan, Diyos, Bayan, Pamilya. DBP, let it grow.
That one of the main factors should also be that we should have nationalism. Nationalism is very important. It is not all about making money. It is all about how we can help our country, how we can help others. If you go into business and there's a small difference between doing it here and doing it out, do it here. Because here you will help a lot of other Filipinos and it will help our country.
So, ang isang entrepreneur should be a risk taker, no? And he must have a passion and commitment to pursue yung kanyang goal o yung nasa isip na venture. So, ang isa pong entrepreneur should be a risk taker, no? And he must have a passion and commitment to pursue yung kanyang goal o yung nasa isip na venture. So, malaki po ang ginagampanan ng university. Each and every school has own niche. And we in UP Los Baños produce the needed manpower that will man the agricultural sector today and in the years to come. Maraming po salamat.
Very beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. Of course, Commissioner.
Ang role po ng Commission Higher Education ay facilitator, enabler, supporter ng mga eskwelahang ito. Ano pong kagustuhan kung maaari ay mas marami pang kabataan natin ang magpunta sa larangan ng agrikultura at sa fisheries. Buksan po namin ang pagkakataon sa inyo. Ngayon po ay meron po tayong mas malaking scholarship fund. Atin pong higher education institutions. Ngayon pong taong ito, meron po tayong 2.5 billion pesos para po sa scholarships sa kabataang gustong pumasok sa ating mga pampublikong pamantasan at kolehiyo at ibang pribadong eskwelahan. Sa 2015 po, isa po uling 2.5 billion pesos at dagdag pa po doon yung suporta ng gagaling sa pribadong sektor. Lahat-lahat po aabot po ito hanggang 4 na bilyong piso, makakatulong sa kabataang pupunta sa mga kursos sa agrikultura at fisheries at doon po sa kabataang gusto magkaroon ng short-term training program sa agriculture. And kung kayo po ay interesado, maaari po kayo ay makipagkita sa atong regional offices ng Commission upang kayo po ay matulungan at nawa po ay tayo ay humigit na kumita pa sa ating agrikultura at sa atin pong pangisdaan.
Na-encourage ko lang po yung mga bata na talagang may pera po sa agrikultura. At sa Philippines po, we're just scratching the ground. So marami pa pong oportunidad. Actually po yesterday, kagagaling ko lang ng Bohol. Sa Bohol Island State University, nag-gather sila ng lahat ng estudyante and then they asked me to give a talk about agriculture. Ngayon, yung mga students, sabi nila, dito na lang kami sa Bohol kasi sa Bohol, marami kaming madidiscover. In terms of a lot of root crops. But then yung pangarap kasi ng mga kabataan natin, because we're actually the most confused people in the planet. Imagine, we've been colonized for 350 years under the Spanish, and then 50 years under the American education system. So we lost our identity as Filipinos. We all wanted to be white. Gusto nating pumuti. Kahit sa EDSA, matatayon, glutatayon, lahat yon. So if we focus on that, how will go to farming? Kasi mainit talaga. Nakita nyo naman yung kulay ko, Kulay araw. But then I'm so proud of it because that's our color. And because of that, we really need to focus on agriculture. I really encourage you to venture into agriculture kasi that's our future. If people are worried about 2050 feeding 9 billion people, for me, let's not worry. It's an opportunity. Thank you.
3 things. Number 1, there's really money in agriculture. Number 2, galing ako sa corporate, it's only now that I'm really enjoying work-life balance. And number 3, if you want to be relevant, do farming. So hindi lang kayo relevant sa communities nyo, you will also be relevant sa bansa nating Pilipinas and katulad ng goal nila to create change.
Ang pinaka-paborito kong araw, Lunes. Kasi trabaho ulit. Diba? Sino dito yung paborito yung Lunes para pumasok, para magtrabaho? Pinaka-ayaw ko na araw, Sunday, walang trabaho eh. Masarap maging entrepreneur kasi masarap maging negosyante kasi nagtatrabaho ka para sa sarili mo eh. Yun yung nag-encourage sa akin para maging entrepreneur. Lalo na pag bata ka, sabihin mo na bata ka, hindi ka papakinggan. Pero magugulat ka na maraming gustong tumulong lalo na sa mga batang gustong magnegosyo. Yung mga matatandang negosyante, gustong-gusto nila tulungan yung mga bata. Nakakagulat talaga eh. Kasi yung family ko naman, hindi kami sa food business eh. Pero yung pumasok ako dito, ako lang mag-isa, sabi ko, sige, subukan natin. Tapos nakakagulat yung mga suppliers. Sige, hanggang mag-extend ng credit. Sige, wag ka muna magbayad, 30 days, ganyan. So, hanap ka lang ng paraan. Simulan yan, hahanap ka talaga eh. Talagang pag nag-negosyo ka, huwag kang mahihiya makipag-usap sa mga tao. Kung sino dito yung may idea about agriculture, gusto ko marinig. Halika, usap tayo.
Nakita natin, napakaraming mga nag-guest sa atin. Maraming programa ang binibigay ng ating gobyerno. So ang sa atin naman bilang isang mamamayan ay dapat maging responsable tayo sa pag-respond ng mga programang ito dahil ito ay para sa atin. Huwag tayong mahiya na pumunta sa mga department or offices na i-claim yung programa na yun para i-assist tayo. Kasi sabi ko nga, ang 4-H Club of the Philippines rin, kung nangangailangan kayo ng kapital ninyo sa inyong proyekto, please approach na sa Lunes yung inyong city agriculturist at municipal agriculturist. So nandito po ang 4-H Club upang i-elevate po natin ang mga out-of-school youth at saka in-school youth. Salamat po.
kabataan, gusto ko lang maniwala kayo na booming talaga yung agriculture because Jim Rogers, one of the investment gurus of Wall Street, said that if you want to become rich, you must know how to drive the tractor. So become a farmer, sabi niya. That's number 1 proof. Number 2, Philippines' youngest billionaire is Mr. Joseph Calato of Calato Corporation. Anong negosyo niya? Agribusiness. So ito lang yung mga ilan sa mga pruweba. Ayun, and sa mga kabataan, kapag sinabi mo kasing agriculture, parang mawawalan ka na ng pangarap. No! Ako, agriculture ang pipiliin ko, di ba? Ibig sabihin, mas marami pa akong pangarap. Grapes ang negosyo namin, pero ang pangarap ko, magkaroon tayo ng sarili nating Napa Valley dito sa Pilipinas. Use technology, no? Actually, ang Gapos Grapes Farm, naging known lang siya and viral because of social media. Right now, we have 12,000 plus followers on Facebook. Take advantage of that. Nasa atin na lahat ng technology as kabataan. Ang talagang kailangan na lang sa atin is action. Ayun. At saka, dream big, but start small. Work hard, stay humble, no? Serve God, serve your family, serve your community. Mabuhay.
Para sa akin, in-encourage ko kayo na maging katulad namin bilang isang agripreneur kasi makita nyo, marami talagang pera sa pagdating sa pagsasaka. Sinasabi nila kakaunti lang yung nag-enroll ng mga agriculture bilang sa agriculture, pero sa MFI, dumarami na kami. Kung dati ilan-ilan pa lang kami, ngayon sobrang dami na kami. Huwag kayong mag-alangan na baka sa akala nyo, porket pupunta kayo sa pagsasaka, iitim na kayo o kaya wag kayong mag-alala. Natural yan sa aming mga magsasaka. At least napatunayan natin na we are hot kasi sunog na tayo.
Dream for your country and don't be afraid to try new things, try things out. For me, siguro there was just one time in my life where it just all made sense. And I wish that for you. I'm sure there's something that will make you passionate, that will get you up in the morning no matter what. Profit or not, whatever it is. And your country needs you to follow that. So for me, agriculture is one of the best ways to do that. Your country needs that. The world needs it now.
Sama-sama na tayo sa tagumpay. Pilipinas ngayon na ang oras. Tayo'y umasenso na. Let's go, Pinoy. Tara magnegosyo na. Let's go, Pinoy. Kung sa business kayo ay may success, kung ang ideya nyo'y truly the best, kung hanap ninyo ay isang kasosyo, let's go, let's go, let's go, negosyo. Go, 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 negosyo. Pilipinas, now is our time. Go, 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 negosyo. Kailangan lang ay positibo sa buhay, maging malikhain sa lahat ng bagay.